We had such good response from your podcast. People just fell in love with you. But
well, I'm shocked.
I don't feel like I got the essence of your beauty and wellness, health, diet, routine, because you have such a story that I felt like I wanted to save it for a separate episode.
Well, thank you for saying that. I feel like you helped me out a lot on that podcast. So thank you.
If you guys have not listened and you need more context of Bryony, go back and listen. This podcast is going to be for the girls.
Yeah, I feel like we're going deep on all the things, health, wellness, beauty, everything.
Everything. I think just to start this off, I'm going to ask you what the weirdest shit you've come across lately when it comes to these categories. Like, what's something so weird that you're doing right now?
That I'm doing, I had this crazy acupuncture facial the other day, which I posted. I had like 100 needles in my face. That was pretty wild for me considering I'm scared of needles. But I'm seeing this salmon semen everywhere, which I've never tried. But I mean, I will seriously try anything. If you told me to like hit my head on that wall and it would make me look a year younger, I'd try it.
I'm the same way. I'm like, if Taylor's fecal matter is going to make my under eyes go away, put it on. Put it on. The salmon semen facial works.
Really?
Oh my God, it works. I think there's something in salmon semen that is really good for your skin combined with the microneedling. And I guess it's super popular in Korea. It's like not a big deal. But when I posted that I got a salmon semen facial, people were like, you've lost the plot.
No, I think that is just all what beauty's about. Just experiment. I mean, if anything beauty-wise that they're doing in Korea, they're just so incredibly advanced with it. I would try it. The one thing I actually think is game-changing for your skin is BBL and Moxie. Have you tried that?
What's that? Tell us about that.
So it is a combination of a laser and needling, but it basically resurfaces your skin. You shed like a snake, and it is so good. I had the worst acne scarring and pigmentation, and it basically has all gone.
For someone like you to say you had the worst acne, super interesting because you are so beautiful. And if you look at your Instagram, you're glowing, and in person, it's the same thing. Which is rare. You never know what you're going to get in person. But it's very much the same. You. Did you really have so much acne? Like you say, I've heard you say that before.
I promise you, I had the worst acne and it affected me so much, like on a really deep level and confidence. I already was struggling with my confidence. Then I had acne. I remember I was a secretary, and I obviously was client facing, and I was covered in spots. And the guy that worked in the post room, actually, he said to me, he was like, oh my God, like he felt so bad for me. He's like, what happened to your face? As if I had a reaction to something, but it was just my acne. And like things like that would happen all the time. And obviously that was years ago, and it still stays with you. So I really struggled with my skin. And I went on Roaccutane twice and it didn't work for me.
I think that...
Which is called something else.
It's called Accutane here, I think.
Accutane, yeah.
I think that you experienced then something similar to what I have, which is an identity crisis where you look in the 100%. Mirror and you don't recognize yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I would call in sick for work. I would honestly, like in the morning, this sounds so dark, but I would dread getting out of bed and looking in the mirror. I would like dread touching my face because I was like, have I got a new spot today? Which is like just a gross thought. Like it's so triggering to even like think. Honestly, I was living in this house share, which I hated, with 2 other girls, and it was just a complete like chaos. It was just awful. And I would wake up and then have a new spot every day. And I was just covered. It was like cystic. And I think when looking back, I was so stressed out. And people at the time, I remember people would say like, you just have to fix what's going on inside and, you know, calm yourself down and it's stress related. I honestly wanted to punch them in the face. I'm like, you don't understand. I just have bad skin. So I like became the girl that had bad skin. But I honestly now, and again, you probably want to punch me in my face now, but I swear those people were right. You have to calm your nervous system down and do whatever you can to really just calm things down and your skin will start to clear.
I think that we become addicted to a narrative of who we are, meaning you just said
you attach.
Right. I'm the girl with bad skin.
Yeah.
But when you flip that and you say, my skin's glowing, I love my skin.
Totally.
I'm glowing from the inside out. And you start saying that to yourself. That is a big piece of the puzzle.
It's so powerful. And I think I mean, there's so many things that I did as well to my skin to help it. But actually, I tried so many different things at the time, like topical things, Roaccutane, all these different things. But actually, like you say, the one thing that helped the most was just de-stressing, daily habits, rituals, whether it was breath work, sound baths, meditation, just doing whatever I could to just have a moment to just reset. That really helped. I also, I actually met Barbara Sturm. So she was a customer on my app. And this was so early on when I launched. I was shocked that she was using my app. She got in touch with me. Her and her daughter were using the app. And then she said, let's go for breakfast. I'm like, what the hell? Barbara Sturm? Like, oh my God, I'm like the girl with bad skin. Why the hell does Barbara Sturm want to go for breakfast with me? And anyway, I still had a little bit of bad skin at the time, but it wasn't, and it was like I could hide it and it was under control. And I remember she just told me I needed to really strip back my skincare. And I still use her gentle cleanser to this day, like morning and night. I have the most simple, basic routine and it has changed my skin.
What's your routine?
Okay, so I obviously use the Skinny Confidential Ice Roller every day, which I do actually think helps acne because it closes your pores. So I use a warm water, not hot. It has to be just warm. If you're using hot, I find that any areas of redness, like around my nose, or it gets more red. So just warm in the morning to cleanse. And then I'll put my vitamins. So I use the Gentle Cleanser Barbara Sturm. Then I'll put my, I have the Summer Fridays, the new eye serum, the jet lag. It's incredible.
Love that.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Really, really good. And then I will do the vitamin C serum from Summer Fridays.
Okay.
Then I'll go to the ice roller and I'll just like, my skin almost soaks up what I've just done because I'm like almost locking it down with the ice roller.
Makes sense.
And then I will use your new sun cream.
I call it sun cream for the rest of your life. So cute.
Sunscreen. Then I use your sun cream and that is literally my routine. And sometimes if I need a bit of extra hydration, I will use a little bit of the jet lag mask, which I really like, under my makeup. But I keep it's literally that. It's so easy. That's that in the day. And then at nighttime, I will always double cleanse. Double cleansing. I promise you, you hear it and you're like, what difference is it going to make? It makes the world of difference. Also, you have to wash your pillowcase a lot.
You have to wash your pillowcase a lot.
Your sheets in general, but your pillowcase more.
And also, don't be washing your pillowcase with something that rhymes with schmide with chemicals all over your skin. Like, wash your pillowcase with something that's unscented. I'm a big fan of like Molly Suds or Branch Basics. Like, it's got to be something that's not filled with shit.
You're so good at that stuff. I still need to, I could be a bit cleaner on my like household products, I think.
But you're also in London and there's different, I'm sure there's different chemicals here than in London. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I think there's different, what's it called? restrictions and permissions and things. But yeah, so, and then nighttime skin routine, double cleanse, eye serum, and like a hyaluronic or a jet lag mask. And then sometimes I have a gua sha that I'll use, and I use your facial oil, or I'll use the Summer Fridays one. I honestly, it sounds like a Summer Friday Skinny Confidential ad. It's not. I'm just obsessed with both brands.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, genuinely, it's completely changed my skin. So those and I was the girl that was using tretinoin, all these different acids, doing all these things, and just my skin was like, stop, calm down. And then I just stripped everything back, and it has made such a difference.
I am getting eaten the fuck alive on TikTok right now. I kind of love it. It's like, why are people so mad? Like, how does something on TikTok? Because I said I don't like tretinoin. And I don't like it because I think it's way too harsh on the skin. Yeah. I think it looks amazing. But I think over time and over years, you're thinning your skin and it looks waxy. Yeah. And there's something subconsciously that makes someone look older, because if you think about it, if it looks better the longer you use it, that means you've been using it for a long time, which signals to people that you're older. Does that make sense?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Fuck, the TikTok gets so mad.
Also, if it does definitely for sure thin your skin, or at least it did when I was using it. And everyone's trying to have that youthful, plumpy skin. So I don't know. Maybe it works for some people. For me, it didn't. It was too strong on my skin. But at the time, I was trying everything and
now
anything.
You're going to get eaten alive with me.
I know. I'm right there with you.
Listen, do what you want to do.
No man alone.
I just don't want to put something on my skin that's thinning my skin every single day.
I think, I mean, if it's working for you, great. It did not work for me. So I would say a simple skincare routine. Obviously, I just said that I do the BBL Moxie. That is something obviously not simple, but it is incredible.
I'm going to try that. And
I'll do that probably twice a year.
Okay, I'm going to try that. You have to tell me who you go to so I can...
You look wild for a week.
I don't care. I like shit where you look wild to get to the other side.
I know what you mean. It's like almost the more wild you look, you're going to get better results.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. And your skin feels like sandpaper, and you can see, like, for me, I have had bad pigmentation. So I could see almost like the pigmentation forming like little dead skin cells on the top of my skin. And then it was coming. Honestly, it's insane.
Okay.
I'm going to try and find a picture of when my pigmentation was bad.
I'm going to try it. And also, I do have to say, to bring it back to Korean skincare.
Yeah.
My Korean facialist said in Korea, I could be wrong, that they don't like tretinoin either. And
that's interesting.
Everyone on TikTok, do a little bit of Pilates by Bryony meditation.
Yes, for sure.
Beat.
Seriously.
Take a breath.
Honestly, it makes such a difference. I think we're all just running on this adrenaline and living on our phones and living under this like reactive state. And I think we need to do whatever we can, either in the morning or throughout the day, in the evening, to just reset.
How do you reset? What are some tools that you like? Let me give you an example. Say you've had a jam-packed day like you have had today.
Yeah.
You're jet lagged, you're tired. What are you going to go do to reset your nervous system?
Okay, so to be completely honest with you tonight.
Oh, you're going to tell me your dinner?
No, I'm going to go and have dinner with Sarah and Catherine, and I'm really looking forward to having a margarita. And that to me is also wellness. I really am passionate about living like a blue zone life, which includes, if you want to have a margarita in the evening, have your margarita, have a glass of wine. Or if you don't. I think it's about, we all just need to chill out and stop being so extreme and do this. And if you do this, you're going to die. And it reminds me of that clip in Mean Girls, when he's He's like, you will get pregnant in time. But TikTok and Instagram has become like that. So I think we all just need to just give ourselves a bit of permission. And yeah, sometimes wellness looks like that. Being social, I think you get so much from just being around the people that really make you feel energized, good, winding down. Obviously, I don't go and do that all the time, but I'm in LA and the girls are here with me, so we're going to go out. But at home, I love to cook. I love to set the scene. I have a Danish boyfriend who you've met. He's very like particular with the home and lighting.
The home is so gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful homes I've ever seen.
Thank you.
You guys' home. I'm serious.
Thank you. That's so nice. But actually, I think we spoke about it that night. The lighting is like a real Danish thing. So he's very, I'm going to butcher this, but it's like hygge, I think it's called.
Okay.
Hygge, it's like coziness. And that's about lighting and ambiance and atmosphere. So I really like to create that in the home. I love incense, burn incense. There's a Cosmos, Kate Moss. Have you heard of Kate Moss's company, Cosmos?
No, can you send me the link?
Oh my God. So I never thought I would change my perfume. Her perfume, which is so random that I think this.
I could use some perfume right now.
It's insanely good. And then her incense is really good. So we like set the scene at home. We're always playing jazz music at home. I find that so soothing.
Sometimes I think like you and I are like related in a weird way. I know like
you're my like
no, there's like a frequency of it.
Do you listen to jazz?
Every single day.
No way.
Ariel is like dying.
Oh my God.
Jazz, bossa nova. I wake my children up to jazz.
I have the best playlist I'm going to send you.
Send me every single day. I'm also like into a Spanish guitar, like anything that's like.
But it has to like reflect where you are. So if we're traveling, like I love a little like Latino vibe. Yes. If you're at home in London, it's like a jazz kind of, yeah. So then cooking and just taking your time. I think for me, if I have time to cook and I go and get all the, it's just so soothing. So I'll do that. And we always like sit and have dinner together. And we're not really big TV watchers. We like talk. We'll just talk about our day, and that's really nice. It's like a nice ritual that we have. We also have a puppy now, so I love doing a dog walk at the end of the day.
So good for your circadian rhythm.
I swear, having a dog, I feel like that's a life hack, getting a puppy.
It's grounding.
It is the most grounding, like calming, I don't know, it makes you so present in the moment. You just don't think about you probably feel the same with kids. They ground you. You feel like you see the world. It depends on the day and
the mood.
Yeah, sometimes they probably stress you. But I guess with kids, you look at the world through their eyes so pure. Whereas, I just think it brings that feel into the home. So I don't have kids yet. So my puppy is...
It's pure. You're right. Yeah, it's pure energy.
It creates that pure energy. I love an Epsom salt bath.
Okay. I forgot you said that on the podcast. I need to buy that. Oh. Taking a bath though, when you have kids is like...
impossible, probably.
I can't even explain it. Like, I might have to wait a couple years.
Do you feel like you're opening like the local swimming pool?
It's like you can't relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got to try an Epsom salt bath.
Oh, you will love it. A dry brush and then go in the Epsom salt bath for at least 20 minutes. You will be like...
Can I give you the weirdest takeaway that Weston and I... You're going to die.
Oh, tell me.
Weston and I have the weirdest takeaway from dinner with you guys.
Oh, tell me. I'm so intrigued.
It's like a really weird one.
Okay,
so you guys had us over to your stunningly beautiful, insane house. Like the vibes were vibing. First of all, me and Weston are really particular about 5 senses. And you guys hit all of our things. Like we have our 5 senses.
Okay.
And Weston he has an eye for design. He designed my house. He's amazing. Anyway, after we went to your gorgeous house, we then went to dinner. And we both observed something separately because we are so detail oriented. And I have to ask you about it on air.
Okay. I'm nervous.
We're sitting around this huge table. There's probably like 10 of us.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way that your boyfriend drinks is so sexy. And let me explain it. Okay, so he like it's so different than the way Americans drink. Hear me out. This sounds so weird.
He honestly,
like, what is
he
that?
is going to be. This has like made his life.
It's just this particular seamless way. He ordered a bottle of beautiful wine. And he had everyone get a wine glass, even if they like kind of like weren't drinking wine.
Yeah.
And then he would pour a little tiny bit in everyone's glass and he would sip it. And so we were all like sipping wine. Whereas when you're in America, they give you a glass this big and you're like gobbling the goblet and everything is like so big. And then I would watch him and then he would just pour a little tiny bit more. And I'm talking like a half an inch.
Yeah.
And then we ordered a couple more bottles, but there was 10 of us and we split these bottles and it almost was like he was drinking it like an aperitif.
Yeah.
As a cherry on top of the food, as opposed to the way Americans drink where the drink is the main character.
Is the centerpiece.
Does that make sense or am I crazy?
So he's so into wine.
Yeah.
He also is he's very into rituals. We have that in common.
Okay.
So he has 4 double espressos in the morning.
I can't. How does he do that?
And he could like sleep standing up straight afterwards. So he has a really nice way of making everything that like simple day-to-day things a
romantic.
Bit of an art. Yeah, he like romanticizes life. So like he'll put the jazz on, he'll make his espresso, do all these things. And it just becomes like such a ritual. And then he does it with wine. He also does it with soy sauce.
What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean he does it with soy sauce?
So also he has this is like a real like Casper fan club, but he has these really like funny particular ways, but he also has a way of getting the waiters on side. Maybe this is from his like background or whatever, but he does it in a way like if I was to do it, it would be so rude and patronizing. He does it in this way where the waiters are so eager to please him. I don't know how he does it. So, for example, we'll be going for sushi. They'll pour the soy sauce and he'll go, stop. He'll go, stop. And like, if I did that, that would be so rude. And then the waiters are like, they stop. And he's like, do you know why you do that? And he'll explain to them why you do everything you do. And then for the rest of like, if we go back to that restaurant, they would like never dare do more than what he's just said.
I'll tell you what it is.
And it's
I've
the same with
dissected
wine.
it now. He's dainty about it. There's a daintiness.
He's dainty. He's also not overindulgent.
Yes, that's it too. Me and Weston are like, both of us were like, did you watch the way he drank wine? It was like...
He's elegant with everything, whether it's like, for example, I know when I cook for us, like most guys, I could like throw the food on the plate and like, it would be like, keep it coming, keep it going. Is there any more back there?
Yeah.
Whereas he's like, you know, I know that he likes, like, he's very visual. So he likes like a small plate. He's not like, otherwise it's overload.
It's very sexy because
That's so funny that you both picked up.
He has tattoos and he's like kind of rugged.
Yeah.
Great looking guy. And you would expect him to like get like an old fashioned with like I don't know. And it was the way he was drinking wine was just chic. Anyway, I had to tell you that compliment.
I love that tangent.
It's a total compliment. Me and Weston were like obsessed dissecting every detail about it.
Oh my, I want to know your debrief and we need to talk about that. Like, I feel like there's so much to like uncover from that characters.
Yeah. Okay, so what are some beauty favorites makeup wise that you reach for all the time? The lip gloss, like eyebrow mascara.
Okay, so Refi, do you know Refi? Jess is one of my besties. I love her. She's done so well with that brand. And it is incredible. So I use the brow tint, not the brow sculpt.
Okay.
So I think their brow sculpt is the most popular, but I prefer the brow tint.
Okay.
You would love with your coloring. So it is like perfect for us.
I only use the lamination one and the pencil.
It does the lamination, but it tints at the same time.
Amazing.
That's amazing. The pencil's amazing. The bronzer, cream bronzer, incredible. Really, really good. And then I have for my skin, I don't like foundation, but I like a tinted serum. So I like the Ilia one. I don't know if you know that.
I do.
Yeah. And I just like your sun cream with a bit of concealer.
So you're simple with your beauty.
Simple, but I'm very specific about, there's a really good YSL skin tint that's incredible. It's like a serum. So I like a real light base. Makeup by Mario contour stick.
Can you send us all of these links so I can put them in the show notes?
Yeah.
And are you a spray tan person?
Oh, yes. Oh, I can tell you the spray tan maths.
Go.
Okay. So before you have a spray tan, the 2 nights before, you scrub your skin in the shower. So you
dry brush it.
You dry brush before you go in the shower, and then you get in the shower, you do an exfoliation, full body exfoliation. Casper's going to be so embarrassed, but I do this on him as well. Like we get in the shower together and scrub each other. Yeah. I'm like, should we do a scrub tonight? He's like, oh yes.
So elegant.
I thought you'd never ask. Anyway, so we do the scrub, and then I cover my body in like a thick cream. 2 nights in a row.
Okay.
Before the spray tan day. Then you wake up, shower with Barbara Stem V-Wash, which is actually for your vagina. But the pH is non-stripping of your skin. So it's neutral.
So I'm scrubbing my vagina wash all over my body.
You're not scrubbing at this point. You've done your scrub.
So you're just washing.
Then the day of the tan, you just wash your body with the V-Wash as your shower gel.
This is before the tan.
Before the tan.
Okay.
Then you get out of the shower. You don't use any moisturizer that day.
Never use any moisturizer.
So then the spray tan, I have the most incredible spray tan person in London, and she does Bondi Sands Express.
Okay.
Which I love. And then 3 hours later, I wash it off, and you just feel like you've gone on like a 2-week holiday. Then
you wash it off after 3 hours.
It's an Express Bondi Sands. I swear to you, the color is so nice. I have it on now. It's so natural. Okay, then, so when you're showering, you're using the V-Wash, only the V-Wash. Don't use any other shower gel with scent, oil, nothing.
Okay.
You could also get any like feminine wash would work. And warm showers, not too hot. Then there's this glove from Amazon. I'm going to send it to you. You'll just be obsessed. And it basically, I would say, and then you need the Necessaire body lotion, which is no fragrance, all of that stuff. It's so good. You use that every day. Then when it's starting to fade, you use this Amazon glove that's like £2 and you don't get any patching whatsoever.
£2? It weighs £2?
No, it costs £2, which is like $3.
I love it. My Australian friend imitates me and you just sounded like it.
So that's how much it is. And you would just like use that in the shower. You have no downtime. You know, everyone's like, you have to plan the downtime of the spray tan. This is like the hack. You won't have any downtime. So you could use that once really quick. It will take it straight off. And then you could reapply straight away if you wanted.
So you're also using tanning stuff after the spray tan?
No, this helps you take it off. And if you wanted to start again. And if you're doing this at home, if you're doing the home version, if you're not spray tanning, the Saint-Tropez Express Mousse is the best color.
You need to do like a whole blog post on this.
And I did a TikTok on spray tan maths. But you...
I'm going to give you a quiz right now.
Okay, hit me.
This is a real quiz.
Oh, I love this.
Do you get your nails done before or after a spray tan? And I'm 100% on the answer. So
I know what you're going to say.
What?
I know you're going to say after.
100.
No.
Ooh, I don't agree.
You're messing with the spray tan using the acetone.
Yeah, but I don't want my fingernail beds to be all spray tan.
No, they won't be. You put barrier cream on each nail.
Barrier cream takes the shine off the manicure.
Does it?
I think it does. Try. I get a Russian manicure and it's so shiny. And when I put that fucking barrier cream on my nails.
But what would you rather, a less shiny nail or patchy acetone fake tan? You know what I mean?
I wash my hands right after the spray tan because I don't like spray tan on my hands.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I do double spray tan on my hands.
Why?
Because I love a tanned hand.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think you should try my way and I should try your way and then we can debrief.
Yes.
Because the one thing I hate is when people put oil, lotion on my fingernails.
Oh, yeah.
After I get a manicure because the shiniest they'll ever be is when they're untouched.
Okay, next time I'm gonna do this.
Can you tell me what your assessment is?
Yes, I will.
I think about this like every day. So could you let me know?
And I swear, like before I found out this is like such a silly thing, but having a spray tan, I just think, I mean, look, I love going in the sun. It feels good on your body. It feels nice, but you are aging yourself.
You know what I do?
Every minute you're in the sun, you're aging.
My phone, when you pop it up, has the UV. I changed it to have the UV. And the UV right now is 1, which is great. It's low. That means you can go outside. So in the morning,
that's a good tip.
You look at the UV and you find when it's 0. So I go sit in the sun when it's 0.
So you're still getting that sunlight.
I'm getting my sunlight, but the UV is 0.
Oh.
So then, but it's nice to have it on the home screen of your phone.
So you can just quickly,
saving lives.
I love that. That's a good tip.
How do you think about fashion? You're very stylish. What are things that you sort of gravitate to when it comes to your fashion and style?
So lately I've really been focusing on like more timeless pieces. I think simple is actually better. If you can stay like staple pieces, I love a good pair of jeans, a good blazer, t-shirts. I'm not so fussy with my style. I like simple, comfortable, cool, not too elegant where it's like too, could be maybe, I don't know. I think I like simple, cool, but with a classic kind of twist. But
give us an example.
I think it's nice having a bit of a uniform. So a blazer, a double-breasted blazer, I love. I think it's so flattering.
What's a good brand? You're wearing one right now.
So I'm wearing Saint Laurent right now.
You wear Saint Laurent a lot.
Yes.
I like Saint Laurent too.
It's a good really nice. And I think another brand, I don't know if you have it here, but it's on Matches. It's called Ray. That's really good. Ray. Raey. And I have another blazer similar to this from Ray, which is probably like a quarter of the price. I also think a good high street version of Saint Laurent pieces, like dupes, is Massimo Dutti. I think it's really good. Do you have that?
I don't know what that is either. See, I knew you would have good style tips. What about the jeans? You're wearing really cute jeans.
They're also Saint Laurent.
I copied you on those jeans when you came in the studio.
Yeah,
I bought the jeans.
I think they do a really good fit. If there was one brand that I could buy, it would be, and like I do loads of wardrobe detoxes.
Okay.
Because just like a spacing, we live in London, there's not that much space. So I think I love to like declutter. And the things that I'm getting rid of, and again, this is I completely understand that this is a luxury to be able to buy investment pieces. But for me, it was the things that I was getting rid of was the more kind of fast fashion high street pieces, because maybe they were worn or whatever. So I've been trying to buy less but buy better.
100% on the same frequency as you with that. I think that it's way better to invest in a beautiful blazer that you can wear 100 times that's a classic than something that is fast fashion.
Yeah.
And your eye knows the trends. So the trends can make it look dated. Whereas if you get something classic, you don't have to worry about it. Are you into a good tailor?
Oh yeah, I love tailoring.
So do I.
I think that's another good tip. If you're buying for example, a Zara blazer, buy the biggest size, but go and get it tailored, maybe like cinched in at the waist. Or I love a super long sleeve. So I like to get a larger size and then get like a tiny bit of tailoring, and it just makes it look much more premium.
Great tip.
Yeah.
before you go, leave our audience with like a projectile of wellness tips. Like give us just, if you were to just like do a monologue. Yeah. On wellness. Like give us like all the wellnessy things that you just love that you think work, and you can just be as random as possible.
Okay. So we were just talking about this. I've recently been following a macro focused nutrition plan. Okay. I say focus because I don't measure my food. I will never do that. I refuse to do that.
Yeah.
So I have a rough idea of my macros, and I've been eating like that. I love to trial things, but to trial them for a long time and see if it makes a difference, like 2 months or something, you know? And honestly, I promise you I'm eating more than ever before, and I'm losing weight. I feel energized. I feel like I'm really enjoying food. I'm de-bloated. That's like if you're starving yourself, you will notice that your body is like clinging on to stuff. And I'm really seeing food as fuel. I'm eating sourdough every morning. I'm eating rice. I'm eating potatoes, carbs, fats, proteins at every meal. So really focusing on that. Creatine is incredible. I know you love creatine as well. I think supplementing Pilates with weight training. So I do 1 to 2 strength sessions a week. We also have strength sessions on the app, which I love because I like to create a one-stop shop. So I just want to make it easy. So I just do that. And what other wellness tips do I love? I would just say, I love the tip that Michael gave me of GABA, apigenin, and magnesium.
He'll love to hear that. I'll tell him that we talked about it in this episode, and he'll listen.
On that subject, matcha, because he said L-theanine. I don't take L-theanine because I drink so much matcha, which has so much L-theanine in it. That has changed my skin as well. So those would be my kind of top tips. And also just something every day, like in silence for yourself.
The silence? Can we get better PR on silence?
I know. It's silence. So precious.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think if you can just sit with yourself and do some sort of practice that involves you just being silent for like an extended period of time, it's going to really help you.
I think that is a beautiful tip to end with. Where can they find the app?
So the app is Pilates by Bryony.
Okay.
And you can find me on at Bryony Deery on Instagram, or Pilates by Bryony.
And you have a matcha brand that's so good.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. And that is Cloudshare Matcha.
I love it. I really, really love your app. I think it is a one-stop shop. Your voice is so soothing. It's beautiful. If you guys haven't checked it out, there really is no excuse not to have self-care when you can get it in the comfort of your own home. And let us know your favorite takeaway on my latest post, as always, at Lauryn Bosstick. And you have a new podcast coming to Dear Media. Tell us.
So it is called Beyond the Mat. And I'm so excited. I'm so grateful for meeting you and Michael and you guys pushing me to do it and having me.
You're going to crush it. I just did her podcast. Go listen. Thank you so much for coming back on. We love you.
Thank you. Love you.